So I've been grinding a little bit off screen, as you can probably tell from the hat alone. Yeah, stuff like fishing, you know, killing enemies to get cards, everything like that. It's fun, but I can't imagine it makes for a very good video. So I think that in between each one of these episodes, I'm going to be kind of doing a little bit of maintenance work on everything while I'm prepping up for the new stuff. In the meantime, stuff I got right now, big fish hat. Gives you 50 extra HP, which is pretty great. Boots, which I also got by fishing. Killed rabbies a bunch for getting these rabbit foots. And then aside from that, I also now have a couple items that I've gotten too, just from the fact that I've been killing so many enemies. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the straw boater while I had it for 5 seconds, because now it's going to become apple hat. Wow, it literally is called an apple hat. I've never made this before. I didn't know that. Not going to equip it just because the fish hat is so good. But I do have a couple other things here to make as well. For example, made out of tons of bee stingers glued together with honey. Great. Well, it's a better weapon, certainly. Sure. I mean, I guess that's alright. It seems like more of a magic attacking weapon, but it's still nice to get it regardless. And then, was there anything else that I had here all ground up? Nah, not quite. There's obviously still a lot more things to be getting here as well. I just don't even know what half of the things I need are for that, though. Anyway, the other thing to look at then, too, is the various cards that I've collected. Obviously, there's the green slime. This thing's easier to get. And that's cute. I am almost certain that the amount that like the apples and like slimes holding apples and everything like that is definitely a reference to Ragnarok, because they did the exact same thing there. Rabby, looking pretty much like what you would expect. Miss B, it's hip. Increased durability on shields, I don't know. And Bloomo is the only other enemy that I found, which has a shockingly dark card associated with it. Like, geez, man. Anyway, max HP plus 50, that's pretty great. Also, just attack and casting speed up. No, these cards can be quite powerful. Alright, let's finally get onto the game here. We got post-apocalyptic type of world going on here. Also, something I didn't even notice when I was originally playing the game before. Apparently, my birthday is 1081. Alright, let's go. Yep, with the wings. I mean, I'm sure you can probably already guess. Those are fast travel. And they are also going to be quite useful just to finally have those in place so I can stop walking everywhere. Not that there's a whole lot of places that I can go just yet, but hey, it still took a little while to do all that fishing and everything. Yeah, I mean, those things are... What, can you listen to the narrator? Whatever. You are here for the loot, and I'm pretty sure that at this point in time I have collected like 500 pots of honey, so deal with it. Pumpkin Woods. Seem like a vacation compared to the dangers lurking in the haunted forest. Yeah, so I think that also what I'm going to do at this time is actually pump it up to hard difficulty, just because it is going to... with the amount of grinding that I'm doing off screen, I think it's going to be maybe a little bit unfair to the game if I, you know, continued on normal mode like this. That is the most cartoonish eating sound effect that I may have ever heard. Anyway. Great. Talkative as ever. Alright, Super Mario, what do you got? Oh, like, literally nothing. Oh, what, I can't read the engraving on that? That's too bad. I mean, obviously getting into the Pumpkin Woods is going to be the first thing that I need to do here, but before I get to that, I still think that still a lot of stuff to look around for as of just yet. Alright, I was starting to do a little bit of a look around town here just to, you know, kind of get a lay of the land, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe what I should be doing is, like, you know, doing some gameplay, and then at the end of the episode, do that part where I just walk around everywhere and talk to every single NPC in existence. You know, maybe do it out like I did Gloom all the way back in the day. Just to kind of, you know, get things moving along. Remedy, eh? I am definitely going to want these potions. Well, that's convenient. Alright. Because every single one of these potions is actually a surprisingly powerful sort of buff that you can get. And not just from, you know, a healing perspective. It's not just healing, is basically what I'm saying. That's pretty much the one that I want here. Increases stuff by 20%. Will be very helpful when it comes to card collecting. However, for right now, I think that crit is pretty nice. Attack speed also probably pretty nice. I don't really... Yeah, sure. Let's just go for the basic heal for the time being, and then when it comes to, you know, grinding up stuff, when I flip it back down to normal mode and want to start getting all the cards, that'll probably be useful for there. But no, if I'm going to be doing this on hard mode, at least for the time being, I'm definitely thinking that I'm going to want as much healing as possible, as much survivability for the time. I'll get a bow. I don't know if I... This is the fakest looking mustache I've ever seen. Cool. D. Man, I'm gonna be using the entire keyboard by the end of this, aren't I? Hope they drop some and have them refill automatically. 50 gold? Yeah, no problem. I think at this point in time I have like over 3,000. Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, so it actually fires very fast. I'm not going to say I'm the best at this, especially because this is literally the first time I think I've ever used the bow. I favor doing, to no surprise... Oh, come on. Well, anyway, yeah, I favor doing a lot of melee weapons previously, so shouldn't be any real surprise that I'm not particularly good at that. Thanks. Talking like me here. Yeah, sure. Alright, good. Again, don't know how much use I'm actually going to get out of this, but let's or like some rabbies or a U over here. That ain't bad. Again, cute animations in this game. I also did switch up a lot of the weapons that I was using, or a lot of the skills that I was using previously. So now I have like flies that do damage over time, as well as like lightning that I can shoot out here. Pretty effective. And a teleport, which is definitely going to be very effective. Okay, let's go. Wow! Cool! That is honestly kind of amazing. Those things are actually rare. And 5,000 gold extra with it, so 100% worth it. Ah, damn it. That said, it's just like, wow. Well, that'll save me some grinding time later, I suppose. Yeah, best part about lightning is that you can use it from a pretty big distance away. Oh yes, also something I didn't actually mention last time is that you can charge up spells. I think that, for the most part, spamming them a whole ton is pretty effective, but hey, it's something you can do. Really neat idea, sure. Gotcha. And let's just... Well, I guess it's a good thing that I, yeah, I'm not... Well, let's take a look at that, but I'm not switching it out. You see the weapon I got right now? It's amazing. But, what do we got here? Giant carrot. I guess it's pretty fast to attack, but, nah. Sticking with the stinger here. Ah, yes. This is a much more late game area, as you can probably tell from the fact that I just lost all of my health. So, Well, I mean, late game. This game is still... That was very close. This game is still very much in early access as of right now, and from what I understand, for like the last 5 years. It seems like it's going to take a time to come out here, so... I mean, it shouldn't really be any surprise that there's like a big, huge... Oh. Come on. That was like 1 hit left. Yeah, thanks, bag. But yeah, so... Shouldn't really be any surprise that we get like a themed type of areas around here, just because... It's like, I'm sure when this came out, it was actually Halloween. There's also a similar sort of Christmas-themed one kind of coming up a little later. Although, if, as I'd like to say that everything I've guessed so far comes true, that's probably supposed to be a reference actually to Ragnarok once again. Because they had the Luti, the big themed area, the big Christmas-themed area in that game as well. An entire dungeon in there and everything. Good for farming up cakes. And a jam. Because you candy or something? Nah, I tried. I like candy and toffee and stuff. It works if you ask me. Pumpkin meat, sure. Honey and ectoplasm. Well, honey is not going to be, like, any issue at all. And actually, something that you can do... Oh, since I'm thinking about this right now. Oh, again, a surprisingly dark card. Anyway, yeah, since I'm thinking about it right now, take... Quests. Quests you can actually have... You can track them in... There we go, it's tab. It should be... There we go. Yep, and I do have more than enough honey right now. Gotta get some ectoplasm and pumpkin meat. Easy enough. There's not gonna be any problem at all, I'd like to say. Ah! Hard mode, man. These actually get a little bit more difficult. Well, easy to get ectoplasm when you're a ghost, I guess. Don't think that that's going to be particularly useful, though. At least I get to keep all my quests and everything. Thankfully, it seems like I have spec'd into damage enough, if nothing else, to be able to take a lot of these dudes down in a single hit. Get wrecked. A little bit of pumpkin meat. Need 7 of 25, though. That is a lot. All right. Hollow weed. Not quite a Bloomo, but basically a Bloomo. And since, you know, I'm here, let's just... Oh, yeah, you can have multiple potions, so just do that for right now. Ah. Jumpkin. Still not quite sure what the dashing slash is. I should probably at some point kind of get that using... Yeah, why not? Should probably at some point figure out exactly what like the dash slash is so that I can get the actual benefit out of the stinger here. But for the time being, I think it's working just okay. What you got? Zombie fish. Great. I mean, as if fish don't smell bad enough already. What do we got in here? Shouldn't be too much. It doesn't seem like it's going to be too much longer till I can actually face in the complete wrong direction. All right, and that's why you got that teleporter. Having something akin to a dodge roll shouldn't surprise you at all. Definitely 100% welcome in my mind, just because it's so powerful. Yeah. In any game that it appears. Oh, I'm completely out of... Yo. Purple garland. But the one that I got, I guess, is not purple, because I did just make that one hat. Nah, it's blue. I'm gonna bet that I probably have some form of purple hat to get soon enough. Ah. And there we go, and one more should do it, or not quite. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Hey, 69, nice. That's a nice amount of health to get. Oh. All right, well, at least I'm regenning my arrows pretty fast. You know, and actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there was, in fact, a, cute. There was, in fact, a Halloween area in Ragnarok as well. So, yeah, this game is definitely, like, inspired by that. It's gotta be. There's too many coincidences. Nibelheim, I think it was called. Haunted Forests. Okay. I mean, it's already seen 3 NPCs here, so the challenge is not tremendously difficult to figure out who can help me. First off, how close am I to actually getting anything? Still haven't found any ectoplasm just yet. Ah. There we go. Composite bow, I'd like to say, definitely a good pickup right now. Getting a lot of use out of it. Haven't been using the bugs too much, though. Should definitely make an attempt to do that a little bit more. It'll be more useful when I go up against like a mini boss or like a boss proper. I gotta remember that when I was actually reviewing the first episode of this game, I noticed that I was going through the text boxes super fast, so I'm gonna try to avoid doing that from now on. At least make an attempt here. Oh, yes, in the meantime, we got a little bit of Sokoban. Yeah, sure. This one's easy enough. Alright, if I just do push this one up here, right down. And it's pretty much just... If Baba Is You has taught me anything, it should be how to do a Sokoban puzzle. We'll see, though. Oh, and good, the teleporting actually does make it a little bit more convenient to do this puzzle, to a certain extent. Alright. Whatever, that'll do it. Okay. Not difficult puzzles, but still just difficult enough that can kind of trip you up. And one more push up here. Can't tell. I could teleport before. Come on. There we go. Lamps, devil horns, which up my attack a little bit, but don't look as good as a giant fish on my head. And a witch hat, which I will wear for just 1 second, just because I want to see how it looks. It's all right. I'd like to say that, yeah, of the hats I got, this hat's still the best, although I do have stuff like Tin Can. Also got through fishing. What a good hat. What a good hat that makes a lot of sense. Naturally dropped from slimes. And let's actually check out that apple hat. I haven't actually looked at it yet. Yep, I look like a real goober. Okay. Get back to you. And to be honest, I'm just gonna hide it for right now, because number 1, missing the twin tails. Number 2, it looks really awkward to have a gigantic fish on your head. It looks like I should be able to get in through here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. You know what? All right, sure. Blind swordsman Zatoichi type of thing going on. Why not? And since I'm here, let's just do one more fishing. Come on, give me a big honker. Nope, this is... I mean, judging by how easy this one seems to be to catch, this is definitely not a big honker. What do you got, though? A dead fish. Yep, that's, we're in some haunted woods, aren't we? Alright. Another thing like the bees, which you need to do a little, tiny bit of shield work with. Take out. Yo, what's your deal, you... or member of Organization 13? I don't know, even on hard mode, I'm having not too difficult of a time here. Craving to be farmed. Secrets of Grindea, everybody. Slay elite minions. See, this is what I was talking about. Definitely going to be able to use my fly horde, fly army here. My guppy transformation. Alright, let's go. And that's fine. I don't necessarily need to have... Oh, wait, there's one right here. Alright, then. Well, then, Did you, like, just parry that at the perfect time or something? Because, wow. That's crazy. I did build a little bit more into... I did build a little bit more into going for critical this time, which is probably what caused that to happen. But one-shotting an enemy is crazy. Let's try that one more time. Huh. It's quite effective. Okay. Let's we have these potions after all for a reason. And then bam, and there. Do it again. Do it one more time. I want to show how good. I want to show everybody how good I am at video games. I guess, even at the great cost to myself. I guess I do also not really have a whole ton of health either, so maybe it's not too impressive. Those guys, definitely. That's definitely a mini boss. Okay, where are you? And let's go. Press the entirely wrong button too. Man, of course. Didn't quite get the parry there, but I don't really think that matters too much. Damn it, come on. So close to getting these parries. There we go. I mean, honestly, I did get one card this time, but that might also be a result of me... Ooh, uh-oh. Let's go. Annoying, but 44%. Oh, come on. I'm so close here. 78? Come on, faster. Do it faster. Or I'll say come on a few more times. So what up, you two? No, same thing. Gotcha. Alright, 2 more dudes left to go. And I do think that if you get kind of stuck when it comes to finding some of the mini-bosses, that you can actually... Okay, let's... play a little bit better here. Oh, come on! You can actually ask the death itself down there to tell you where you might be able to find some of the creatures, but I shouldn't need to do that. Besides, I have... You know what? Let's just... Got me. Yeah. But like, yeah, I'm willing to do a little bit of searching around, kind of figuring out what I can find. Okay, should be able to kill him before he attacks me one more time, or not. That's fine too. If you're not just constantly using your air... Oh, yep, it's definitely one of them. If you're not just constantly using your arrows, it seems like they actually refresh pretty quickly. It's just... I'm not super impressed by the current setup of... Dang. By the current setup of flies that I'm trying to use here, clearly. Also, Scarecrow the Hellspawn sure is a threatening seeming name for a character. There we go. A little bit tougher, although I do have my suspicions that... told you these enemies respawn real quickly. I do have my suspicions that if I did perhaps just spam a bunch of arrows at this, it would be a lot easier. Okay, come on. Ooh, you are fast. Cool. Also a level. And... can't turn around when you got your shield out. Okay, let's go. And actually, let's go even harder when I do this. Get wrecked. Every single time I see that hay, I keep thinking it's a card, and I get excited. Even though there is such a much more extravagant type of animation for when you get that. Alright, let's get out of here. So the only thing I got left now is turning this in, and that should do the curse, if I'm not mistaken. One more fishing, just one more round of fishing. Gotta get me a big honker. Come on, big one. Okay, this seems to at least be like a medium-sized fish because the bar is pretty small. It's not like a super difficult fish, but... oh, ghost fish. Alright, what do we got? Okay, so what do I gotta do? Yep, of course. Enraged Hollowweed, which, considering I'd like to say that that one is the one that's been taking me down the most in this area, gonna be maybe a little bit annoying. Man, 90? Oh, I think I can also look at every single one of these things, but not too much to be said. I'm gonna guess probably a bunch of developer type of Easter eggs, but let's take a look anyway. All right. And second life, yeah. Oh, and good, there's actually a treasure map here. Which, speaking of which, that is also another thing in town that I gotta go check out a little bit. All right, I'm like one ectoplasm away. I can definitely do this here. Well, I didn't really mean to zap the poor Jumpkin, but whatever, man. Shouldn't have been in my way, let's just say that. Get out of here, you. Fine, I'll come back here for ectoplasm later. In the meantime, if I do remember correctly, what I'm looking for is right there. Trying to exploit arrows for all they're worth. Alright, come on. Teleporting also quite good. And where are you? There it is. Oh yeah, this one also creates little vines on the ground, which are... Uh-oh. Not dude. I walked right into that thing, didn't I? There. I mean, that probably should not have taken that long, and yet... I mean, I probably should have beaten that guy in the first try, but whatever. It's fine. I did it. Alright, I'll deal with you guys in a second here. Let's get right back up to you. Let's go. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I might have done that once or twice. Alright, cool. I'll see you next time. Next time I have a boss. Oh? Alright. Well, I'll look forward to that ominous line in the future. In the meantime, I think that all I need to do is just kind of get over to the right side. Oh, good. Get over to the right side of the area here and should be done with Spooky Forest Place, at least for the time being. Oh, come on. Those Hallowweeds are kind of tough. All right, place the teleportation pad. Probably right here or so. This will also be a very convenient way to not have to continuously go back and forth through that forest. There we go. And then, of course, the next dungeon is going to be right here. But not going to be doing that one today. I think I'm going to go back to Grindea, talk to a bunch of NPCs, and kind of wind down this episode for the time being. Now the grinding for the area is over, I can finally do the cleanup section for the last part of the video here. So first off, let's check out the cards. Why? Because I think that of everything that I've done so far, that the cards, probably my favorite little bit. They do sometimes take a while to get, though. For example, the Scarecrow card, was probably the most difficult of the ones that I got here. Took like 20 minutes straight of grinding, it feels like. Yep, that's accurate to what the Halloween does. Those things are really obnoxious. Ghosty, probably the best card here, increasing the crit chance. Because crit chance is just too good to ignore. And I do believe that's it for the time being. And I already looked at the board, but yeah. I also have created a bunch of new recipes here. For example, this thing's called a Smash Lamp. Now kind of going for the slower two-handed weapon that I've been neglecting up until this point. Mostly due to the fact that, you know, the Stinger was so good. And aside from that, also upgraded armor to fur vest, just from stuff that I bought in town here. And, well, here, let's just take a look at all the various recipes right now. Yep, there's one. And I'm actually going to create a second one here of these, just because, one, I can, and two, I think there might be a quest I can do over in the area with that. A lantern at the end of a big branch. Very League of Legends. And there's the Rabby outfit, since I bought another one of the straw boater hats. Make that. Fur vest. I'm mostly using this just because it has the attack speed and the cast speed, because that's pretty useful. High quality shirt, somehow not better than a fur vest, but sure, why not? And the voodoo doll, great and everything, not nearly as good as the Rabby paw that I got just from doing a little bit of grinding earlier. So, that's interesting. Alright, let's finally take a look around town here. You know, kind of talked to some people before, but there's still plenty more dudes to kind of chat with here. Yeah, it's like there is like references to the Merchant Isles where that guy's from. If they appeared in the game, I haven't gotten to that point just yet. Definitely interested eventually. I don't know what that guy's looking at, but I'm pretty sure that I specifically designed my character to look like a big nerd, so... I guess I could probably buy another one of these straw boaters. Also, is it just me, or does that Own Zero kind of look like... Oh, anyway. Alright, just kind of keep everything going on here. I've bought one of everything so far just to kind of get the collection, but... I don't really think it's all that necessary to do that unless you are just overflowing with money like I am. 11,000 gold, and I bought everything in town thus far. Bunch of new stuff here, but aside from maybe the chainmail just for a huge defensive increase, I don't really think that anything's worth buying here. I mean, not that... I mean, I bought everything anyway. There we go. Oh yeah, and I suppose I made too many of those things too. But yeah, be back later for some better stuff eventually. Yeah, there we go, Merchant Isles. And that was a reference that I was thinking about. Yep. Thought there was less text there than I... You know, I'll say this. It's like, despite the ridiculous amount of grinding, it's actually really not too bad to do a lot of the grinding in this game, just because I think that I've kind of figured out exactly what it takes to And of course, the rabbit paw is still better than everything. Kind of what it takes to make sure that things don't take a tremendously long amount of time. Essentially, what happens... Samly? What's our name of Samly? But, essentially, like, it seems like what happens in each one of the areas is that you have initial spawns, you know, like a good mix-up of various enemies. Take that. Now who's jealous? You have a good mix-up of spawns initially, just kind of showing off what's in the area. And then you can eventually clear them out. But then if you wait around after that, when there's like nothing really going on there, then suddenly the spawn rate becomes enormous. It's like 10 times like it would be like even just a couple seconds ago. Why is that guy wearing a fake nose? I guess it's a marketing ploy, but still weird. Cool. Again, it's like the plainness I don't think is the problem with what my character looks like right now. Anywho, yeah, so when the spawn rate goes just completely out of control, it becomes really easy to grind up just about anything that you want, especially if you're using the item increasing potion. Yeah, whatever. There was a little quest that I did for her earlier, but I guess I didn't actually record that now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, whoops. Not a big deal. Probably going to be important to talk to them eventually. Oh yeah, Haddock, I actually got he was a dude that called me over, gave me the fishing pole in the first place. It was pretty much just like, hey, take this fishing pole. And also, you are definitely not all out of fish. I can see that right there. Yeah, just a bunch of treasure maps. Sort of a Wind Waker style, if you've ever seen those. I've already bought all of them. It's kind of interesting how these actually work, really, because it's like sometimes you just get, you know, like a grayscale picture like that. Sometimes it's like you get like a riddle. Sometimes it's just a very poor looking drawing. In fact, I think I can probably go get this one right now because it's just right down here. Let's go do that. Also, I can show off some of the various new skills that I got here while I was doing some grinding. For example, little snow buddy, and pretty much buff, huge buff, just ridiculous amount of buffs going on here. Kill everything just immediately. Anyway, if I'm not wrong, I do think that yeah, if I just go over here to the left, I should be able to find the treasure. Ah, there it is. A small clock. Yeah, like I said, there is decorating houses in the future, so that's going to be used for that. And yeah, your little snow buddy doesn't actually disappear at any point in time. You can dismiss him if you want, just do that. And that will make it so that you can use your entire energy bar again, but aside from that, it's an interesting sort of thing. I like summoning type of stuff. Thanks, great. Yeah, change up anything here. Not yet. And then you can also, not even just haircuts, also do like color swaps for all of your various outfits. So if I wanted to, it could just be, and of course, there we go. Much better. Now I look like a Lisa Frank drawing. Cool. Yeah, so here you can buy stuff back if you sell stuff for a price. Considering your confidence in that, in the whole collector exam, it doesn't really surprise me that you didn't really make it much of anywhere. Oh, did I ever talk to you? Which is crazy because they gave you equipment for free just in the collector exam. Yes, of course. From the guy named Bragg. Why not? I do like this little chalkboard drawing in the back. It's pretty cute. No? Okay. It doesn't really help all that much. Just like a indistinguishable black blob doesn't really, you know, tell you exactly what the item that you're looking for is. And yes, I've rebound a lot of stuff. Mostly, like I said, to keep it on the same row, just so that you can... reflect projectile, so that is how that worked. It's mostly just so it's not too difficult to kind of do stuff when casting skills. You know, just like F, A, and then start attacking. S, I suppose, to get that critical bonus. Yeah, you think? I mean, it's he ain't exactly taller here. All right. Not too much else to look at here except for these guys' crazy haircut. I mean, that's pretty much saying that, you know, I could grow a full head of hair, but I choose not to. Also, like I said, some of the portraits have templates, to say the least. Well, yeah, I mean, I think your real issue is probably that you haven't grown that weird haircut on the front of your head yet. I'm surprised there's nothing too much to do as of just yet, but I'm sure that I'll probably be getting some sort of, like, whirlwind slash or whatever from there eventually. Library can't go into quite yet, but eventually. I got this mysterious house up here, which can't get across, at least for the time being. And honestly, I haven't gotten to the point where I could in the other save file that I had. What a completely great house. Is there a way to... I don't know, it wouldn't really surprise me if you could, you know, play chess against somebody, considering the stuff going on with this game, but still. I guess it's just a little bit of window dressing for the time being. All right, so I could, let's just say, like, looking at, like, Grindea, maybe going back to talking to everybody in Startington for next time, just so that it doesn't get too long in the tooth as far as an episode goes. Instead, go down here and do a little bit of quest cleanup, which I've kind of been sitting on just because, well, I want to show it on camera. Rare candy. Oh, it's just talent orb. All right, good. It'll work. Simple enough. And then the reason that I wanted to... Actually, I can check real quick right here. Oh, no, I guess there isn't anything else to do here because it's got a little star around it. That's how you know you've completely completed an area. Yes, completely completed. That's what I said. No, but there's one thing I want to check first if I just went over here real quick. Because this guy up here said that he got obsessed with a flower garland. And I just created another one. I'm also wearing one right now. Ah. All right, anybody else? Anybody else? Yeah, I don't know. Hey, come on. All right, and I guess that will do it for this episode. Next time, I'm going to be getting on to the temple and essentially what is a dungeon proper.